Thank you for joining Wars of the Roses. As we continue with Part 37, the Omladina, Book 13, Political Secret Societies from Secret Societies of All Ages, Volume 2 by Charles William Heckethorn. 9. The Omladina, 604, the Panslavists. The desire of the Slavonic races, comprising Bohemians, Moravians, Silesians, Poles, Croats, Servians, and Dalmatians, to be united into one grand confederation is of ancient date. It was encouraged by Russia as early as the days of Catherine II and of Alexander I, who, as well as their successors, hoped to secure for themselves the hegemony in this confederation. But the Sclavonians dreaded the supremacy of Russia, and in the earlier days, the Sclavonian writers subject to Austria wished to give the proposed Panslavist movement the appearance more of an intellectual and literary than of a political and social league. But the European Revolution of 1848 infused a purely political tendency into Panslavist ideas, which already in June of the above year led to a Sclavonic democratic insurrection at Prague, which however was speedily put down, Prince Windisgrad's bombarding the town during 2 days. The further progress of the Panslavistic movement is matter of public history, but a society arose out of the Sclavonic races whose doings have of late been brought into prominence. This society is the Omladina. The exact date of the origin of this society is not at present known. Probably it arose at the time when the Italian Party of Action, led by Mazzini, about 1863, attempted by assisting the so-called National Party of Servia, Montenegro, and Roumania to cripple Austria in Italy, and so render the recovery of the Venetian territory more easy. Simon Deutsch, a Jew, who had been expelled from Austria for his revolutionary ideas, and afterwards on the same grounds from Constantinople, who was the friend of Gambetta, an agent of the International and of Young Turkey, was one of the most active members of the society, whose inner organization was known as the Society Slovanska Liga, the Slav lime tree. This latter, however, did not attract the attention of the authorities till 1876, when its chief, Miletic, a member of the Hungarian Diet, was arrested at Neusalz. But the society continued to exist and occasionally gave signs of life, as for instance in 1882, when it seriously talked of deposing the Prince of Montenegro and electing Menotti Garibaldi perpetual president of the Federation of the Western Balkans. At last, in January 1894, 77 members of the Omladina, including journalists, printers, clerks, and artisans, mostly very young men, were put on their trial at Prague for being members of a secret society and guilty of high treason. When the arrests began, one Murva, better known as Rigoletto di Toscana, was assassinated by Dolezal, who afterwards was seized and was one of the accused included in the prosecution. This Murva had been a member of the Omladina and was said to be a police spy. He made careful notes of all the proceedings of the society, as also of another with which he was connected, and which was called Subterranean Prague, the object of which was to undermine the houses of rich men with a view to robbing them. His papers and pocketbooks, which after his death fell into the hands of the police, served largely in drawing up the indictment against the Omladina. The result of the trial, ended on the 21st of February 1894, was that all the prisoners but 2 were convicted and sentenced to terms of imprisonment ranging from 7 months to 8 years. Whether the Omladina is killed or only scotched remains to be seen. Probably it is the latter, for the Pan-Slavic movement it represents is alive and will someday lead to the solution of the Eastern question. For Pan-Slavism, of which the Omladina was the outcome, means Muscovite patriotism, and its war cry up against the unbelieving Turkish dogs finds an echo in all Russia. And though the Berlin Congress has for a time checked the progress of Pan-Slavism, yet as we said above, it is alive. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment, and if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Roses. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.